Scotland, the land of our forefathers. Even for those without Scottish ancestry, the effect of the Scots can be felt. Arthur Herman's book, How the Scots Invented the Modern World, proclaims Scotland's hidden heroes and the legacy they left upon the world. The majority of what we think we know about Scottish history comes from movies like Braveheart, movies that romanticize the Scottish plight for freedom. Scotland's hidden history is far more interesting. The history of Scotland is the history of the world. Arthur Herman claims that the Scots invented the modern world. And in doing so, he mimics the style of Malcolm Gladwell by using several short stories to tell the tale of Scotland's hidden history. However, chapter after chapter, his unlively prose and extended digressions do little to enthuse the reader about Scotland. Herman focuses on three men: Sir Walter Scott, Adam Smith, and David Hume. He tries to convince his readers that these men helped invent the modern world. In order to do so, he'll have to convince his readers that they transform society itself. We'll analyze these three men and the impact they had to see if Arthur Herman is indeed correct. He frowned and sighed. The monarch bold, I give what I may not withhold. First, we'll analyze Sir Walter Scott. Sir Walter Scott began as a poet, but soon branched out into novels. His most famous, Ivanhoe, was a modern retelling of Robin Hood. But his most famous mark on history came when he recovered the lost Scottish family jewels. Throughout his life, Sir Walter Scott helped develop the modern historical genre as we know it today. He paved the way for writers not only in Britain, but across the continent. But the author places too much of an emphasis on Sir Walter Scott's work. He didn't do all that much. Scott would die poor and alone and would be forgotten by history. Next, we'll analyze Sir Adam Smith. In 1776, published his magnum opus, The Wealth of Nations. His main theory, the invisible hand, which states that markets automatically regulate themselves, has influenced economics for centuries. President Herbert Hoover believed this theory would save America during the Great Depression of the 1930s, but he was wrong. This theory didn't work. Smith's other dominating theory, mercantilism, has led more empires to colonize and embrace slavery than any other theory in history. With numerous failed theories, there's no way he invented the modern world. Finally, David Hume. Whose ideas influenced not only his students and other philosophers, but the founders of the United States. His ideas on the nature of mankind helped found the freest nation in the world. The founders now knew they had to form an extended republic to protect the rights of their citizens. David Hume is the sole redeeming figure in Arthur Herman's book. But what the author never takes into account is that after hundreds of years, at the forefront of progress, the Scots floated into obscurity. Executions of political enemies were daily. The Scottish Enlightenment was over. The carving of the world was done for. Even though these men might not have helped invent the modern world, and Herman's lackluster attempt at the modern historical genre is horrible, how the Scots invented the modern world brings out the history buff in all of us. Well, at least for me it did. Scotland then, Scotland now, Scotland forever.